Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 5 games the Ministry would purchase at full price this year. Brought to you by the Ministry of Hygiene. Now, these are games that are not out at the time this video is being released, but they are coming out in 2016. This means things like XCOM 2 is out, because it's already out, and the Battletech game from Harebrained Schemes is coming out in 2017, so it couldn't be number 1. Because it would be. Damn, I really want to have that game. Now, we would love to have these games in the Ministry, but it depends on our funding. Hopefully we'll have enough to purchase these. Number 5, Overwatch. This is coming out May 24th, 2016. The base package is $39.99. There are more expensive packages, but screw that, we're talking about base package. I will pay full price for the base package, if I have the funding, but not for the higher up stuff. I don't really care about those other things. Maybe later I will. Not right now. Now, I am not a big FPS multiplayer gamer. That's a mouthful, and I never have been. It's been about 5 years since the last time I played one, and that was Counter-Strike. I think that mostly it's the lack of good personality in the games. Team Fortress 2 has some personality, but it's kind of basic. Overwatch, though, has me excited with the fact that it's a personality-driven first-person multiplayer shooter game. Yeah, I'm saying those big words again. Woo! If it wasn't for that, that it's coming out at the same time as another game, I would buy this at full price on its release date. I just suspect that I am not going to have the total amount for both games available at the time. The other one's $59.99. And with that being said, while Overwatch looks like a really fun, personality-driven, first-person, let's see if I can do this now, multiplayer shooter. There we go. I like that, personality-driven. That's the key to that. It's not, people are like, oh, it's a MOBA. No, it has the personality of the characters of a MOBA, but it's still a first-person shooter. And that, I think, is pretty cool. But I do believe that if I did have the funding, I would be well worth owning this on its release date for $39.99.
Oh, let's break it. Damn! Get back!
To win! One for my highlight reel. Suiting up. Boosters engaged. Let's fight for a better world. Freeze! Don't move! Oh, 对不起了。This will stop them.
Number 4, Hearts of Iron 4. This is scheduled to come out June 6th, 2016. Price currently is not announced, so to be determined. Now, this is going to be a big game year for the Grandmaster of Grand Strategy, Paradox Interactive, with 2 big releases. This, Hearts of Iron 4, is one of them, and it is the latest in the Hearts of Iron series. And frankly, I can't wait. In my opinion, no one does grand strategy better than Paradox. And once again, taking the controls of one of any of the nations during the lead-up and through World War II, and then taking them to victory, which is pretty awesome, is so very gratifying. Now, my personal favorites are managing to take on the world is Germany and winning, or sometimes just seeing if I can manage to unify South America under an Argentinian dictatorship, run by the Ministry of Hygiene, of course. Lots of fun to see if you can change what happens to be behind World War I, the most significant event of the 20th century, and I plan on getting hundreds of hours of enjoyment out of this title as I try to take over the world.
And unconquerable willpower, salvation will not be denied.
Greetings, men of the combined British forces. Field Marshal Montgomery here. To us is given the honor of striking a blow for freedom, which will live in history. We will stand and fight here. If we can't stay here alive, then let us stay here dead. With stout hearts and with enthusiasm for the contest, let us go forward to victory. My business, as you know, is...
Number 3, Battlefleet Gothic Armada, coming out April 21st, 2016. Why the hell do I keep saying 2016? Of course it's 2016. Okay. No more mentioning the year. From here on out, you just know it's 2016. Currently, this is $34.99 United States dollars in its pre-release form. And it should stay that way until time of release. Now I know 2 weeks after release you will still be available to get the DLC that comes with the pre-release. However, I do not know if that price range will stay. You might have to pay full price after the release date, or on the release date. I'm going to try to buy it the day before if I have a chance, because I really don't like buying pre-releases. The day before is about as far in advance I'd go. I did make an exception for XCOM 2 once, and I tried to buy it pre-release through Amazon with their little send you physical copy and you get a big discount, but they fucked that up, so no. And they don't have hardly any of the games coming out. I think last time I checked there was like 4 or 5 PC games that you could do that with. That was it, 4 or 5 PC games. That's BS. Enough of that side rant. This game kind of took me by surprise. I didn't know anything about it until about a month ago, maybe a little more, but I am excited for it. As you all may know, we here at the Ministry really enjoy Warhammer, Games Workshop games, and the 40,000 universe is got a great aesthetic and a personality to it, and I love personality-driven games. Now, there have been a lot of Games Workshop games recently. Some I'll be kind of saying not so bad. That's an understatement. And some that are actually pretty good. This one, I think, looks like the best since about the Dawn of War series. At least until Total War Warhammer comes out, but we'll see how that rolls. It's got the personality, and I keep saying personality because it's true. I love personality in my games. Now, it's whether you're crushing the Heretic, or the Xenos as the Imperial Navy, or continuing the Wog as the Orcs. This looks like a really good small team tactical RTS game. It is basically a high seas, what do they call them, tall ships game in space RTS. And I would be happy to buy this at the current release price of $34.99. And I do happen to have this thanks to getting all that money that you might paid into. Damn it. Okay. Well, I'm not going to cut that out. Screw it. Let's keep going. Do it live! Although this is YouTube, so it's really a recording that I've edited together, so it's not really live. But fuck it. Anyways, thanks to still having a little bit of the funds left over from my income tax return, it's not money from the government, that's money I paid in that they have finally deemed I can have back. Screw them, it's my money. Of course, a lot of it went to other stuff that I had to pay for, but I still have $35 left over, so definitely going to pick up with this game.
Showcase
think I was the one that saw it first? Your little toy ship's an old match for Orc technology. Every screen's gone red! That means I'm super fast! Ducka ducka ducka!
Number 2, Total War Warhammer. Now this is scheduled to come out May 24th, and right now it is $59.99 United States dollar or your local equivalent now. Sega doesn't like to drop their goddamn prices. It took forever for Rome Total War 2 or Total War Rome 2 or however they rearranged that crap to drop below $59.99. So I'm gonna buy this in pre-release so I get the DLC. And damn Sega for putting Chaos in that pre-order, because Chaos is a fun race to play. And I don't like pre-ordering, but I'm gonna have to get this early. But I'm gonna try to not go more than a week in advance, maybe. So screw them. They're not gonna know that I bought it until maybe a few days, a week before the release. That way I don't feel as bad about pre-ordering. I ain't gonna pre-order something months in advance. Screw that. Now, one other problem is it's only starting with 4 factions. I mean, if you get the pre-order, it's 5, so that's nice. But I can't wait to play it. I really like Total War games. I know I diss Rome 2, but it's still fun. And actually I've noticed that they put some speeches back into it, but you're in the middle of a fight when they start giving them. It's like, what the hell? I ain't paying attention to that. I like it before, in the right before you go, so you can actually hear what the hell they say. They say some crazy shit. I don't know if they say crazy shit in the new one yet, because I'm too busy fighting or maneuvering to sit there and listen to my general talk. Now, it does look like they are going to be releasing more races in the expansions and DLCs. Personally, I have my eye on the Skaven. I was going to say Avon, screw that, Skaven. And frankly, that's my favorite Games Workshop race. Why Skaven, you may ask? That's a rhetorical question. Don't go answering it. But basically, they are the most original, in my opinion, other than the Tau. Actually, I think it's more an opinion. Of the races in the Games Workshop universe, I think the Skaven are the most original, followed probably by the Tau. But the problem is, I don't like the Tau as a race. I mean, I like their army, because it's kind of cool. They got neat weapons. But Warhammer 40k is grim and it's dark. And you're having some hopeful Tau race, even though they technically enslave people to work for themselves and kill them if you don't follow their... they give you a choice. What is it? Well, it's not really lead, it's more like energy blasts or silver. You take their money and live their rules or they'll kill you. But they still have hope, and Warhammer 40k should have no hope. Unless you're orcs because you're crazy, or chaos because you're insane. There is a difference. But I don't really know what it is. The flavor of the Tau race is just bad, and I'm going off on a tangent. For 40k, this is Warhammer Fantasy, is what Total War Warhammer set in, and frankly, the Ratmen of the Skaven have been used before in other fantasy settings, but I can't think of any place where they've been treated the way the Skaven are. Skaven aren't really Ratmen, they're Skaven. People say, oh, Skaven's a Ratman. Technically, yes, but that's not the flavor. The flavor is the Skaven flavor. And I can't really... It's hard to explain it, but Skaven or Skaven, if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, look it up, because I'm not going to explain this video. Maybe I'll make another one later about awesome races in Warhammer 40k. But please, Sega, implement the Skaven. Please, please, please. Please, I will buy the DLC. Flat out. Skaven are awesome. I want to buy the DLC. And they got firearms, which is cool. Number 1. Feel like I should have a drum roll, but I don't have that sound effect. Instead, I'm going to drink some liquor. Yum. Oh God. Calico Black rum makes my soda taste like licorice. I hate black licorice. Oh. But I'm getting drunk, so whatever. Solaris, which is coming out May 9th. And there's a lot of shit coming out in May, so I gotta try to keep enough money so I can buy stuff in May. 3 of these games are coming out in May. What the hell? Now, a nice thing about Solaris is the base cost for it is $39.99 United States dollar or your local equivalent. So it is not a full 60 price game. In fact, the only full 60 price game in there is Total War. So far that we know. Don't know about Hearts of Iron 4 yet. Now, sci-fi is my favorite setting to explore in literature, visual medium, TV, movies, and games. Which I guess is another visual medium, but it's interactive, so it's not the same. I love me some sci-fi. Not that crappy SYFY. Real science fiction. And in this game we have the Grand Strategy Master, Paradox Interactive, going to take on space and empire building. And I just can't wait. This is going to be the most comprehensive space strategy that has ever been. I mean, Paradox is just known for doing that stuff. I feel a little sorry for the people who are remaking Master of Orion, because they're going to be beat down by Stellaris. I think it's going to get blown out of the water. Or space. Or galaxy. Or whatever. Now, from what I've read, they have procedurally generated races, so there is an infinite number of races. It's not the same 12 guys over and over again. And it has a galactic scale of thousands of stars. Thousands. I've never seen anybody try that. And I am so excited. Now, from how Paradox have handled grand strategy in the past with stuff like the Victoria, Hearts of Iron, Crusader Kings, and Europa Universalis series, whatever the plural of series is. I know they can handle large scale strategy like this. I don't expect much to be on the tactical level, and I think that's what really hamstrings grand strategy space games. Yes, space battles are cool, but implementing a tactical level combat system in a space grand strategy game is going to take a lot of resources. It's literally like a completely different game. A completely different game. That's why you got like gratuitous space battles. That's a tactical game, only space battle. Or Homeworld. It's RTS is what they say, but it's really it's more of on a tactical level. If you think about it, you think space. Two things fighting over stars isn't strategic. Strategic is fighting over star systems, fighting over sections of the galaxy, not just one battle at one star. That's a tactical level. Of course, since we're not off Earth yet, it's strategic to us, but we're not off Earth yet. Now, because they're not really going to probably pay much attention to the tactical level, which is good for them, they're going to focus on that strategy. And I think this is why they really are the masters of the grand strategy games. And really strategy games in general. Because they only put into the strategy, put resources. Yeah, I need to add the word there, resources. Like I said, I've been drinking. Resources into that strategy aspect. And that's what makes it great strategy. They don't bother worrying about the tactics. It's all strategy. There's no small unit tactics stuff. All strategy, and that's... I mean, it's the name of the game. It's a strategy game, not a tactics game. And I think that slows down a lot of other space strategy games you run into. I mean, Endless Space is probably you know, they just had a card game based thing, but even then they had to put resources into that and making the ships look a certain way and stuff like that, and that can really hamstring your ability to enjoy a really big grand strategy game.
That may give birth to independence movements. Alliances and federations must maintain unity within their borders, even as they seek to expand beyond them. But although the conflicts of the galaxy may appear straightforward at first, the universe has a way of challenging even the most stable of empires. The galaxy before you is vast and full of wonders, and it is yours for the taking. Every star system holds within it the opportunity for progress, conflict, or destruction. It will require care, caution, and strength if you wish to see your people's future among the stars.
So those are the 5 games that the Ministry will be attempting to fund for and acquire at full release prices this year. Basically as soon as I can get the funds. But I still have to say that Battletech being released this year would have been number 1. If it was released this year, it would have been number 1. Flat out number 1. But I do want harebrained schemes to get this right, and I don't mind waiting. It's been way too long since there's been a Battletech strategy tactics game. I think Mech Commander was the last one. And that was over, what was it, over a decade ago? Yeah, BS. But I am super duper excited about it. I can't wait. I don't really have a webcam, but I have a really crazy look on my face from just thinking about it. It's awesome, Battletech, yeah! So this game is definitely going to be Ministry approved for your mental hygiene. Now today's PSA is brought to you by, of course, the Ministry of Hygiene. Now remember folks and kids, staying up late playing games and not getting enough sleep is super unhealthy. I should know. I've been doing it for years. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and caress that subscribe button if you want to hear more from the Ministry of Hygiene. Have a great knife. A great knife? Damn booze. A great night. And don't forget to be hygienic.